Hoagie is applying for a janitor job at the company where his buddy Bob is the CEO. Bob enters an interview with a Wall Street Journal journalist named Rebecca, and Hoagie enters in his disguise. When Bob realizes what's up, he tries to break out of his office, only for the chair he throws to bounce off the glass and hit him in the face. He's now been tagged. Hoagie tells Bob that their friend Jerry, who has never once been tagged, is planning to retire as he is about to get married. Despite always thinking they can get him, Jerry has always been too fast for them and has always come up with insane ways to avoid them, but they plan to get him this year. Rebecca joins them because she finds this to be a fascinating story. In Colorado, Chili hears a knock on the door. He is visited by Hoagie's wife Anna. He knows what's up and he tries to escape, only for Hoagie to chase him through the whole building. Chili thinks he's gotten away until Bob tags him. They tell Chili about their plan to get Jerry, and he joins them as they go get their other friend, Kevin. Sable is in a therapy session in Portland when the other guys try to corner him and tag him. They tell him about the plan and recruit him to join in the shenanigans. The gang flies home to Washington to Hoagie's childhood home where they devise a plan to get Jerry. They go to a bar where they speak to an old classmate named Lou who has always wanted to join the game, but the guys never let him play. They ask Lou where Jerry might be, and he mentions the country club where his wedding will be held. The guys are shocked that they didn't know anything about Jerry getting married. The gang heads to the country club as Anna makes a fake phone call to Jerry and his fiancée Susan saying that their slot has been moved, forcing them to head over and confront the issue. The guys then hide and get ready as Jerry shows up. However, Jerry knows what's up and he anticipates everyone's move. As Bob is it, he runs to tag Jerry, but Jerry grabs a sheet and whips it around him, causing him to slap Hoagie. Sable tries to stop him, but Jerry pulls Sable's pants down, and then starts punching Hoagie in the butt. Jerry leaps out a window from the second floor and escapes. He then introduces everyone to Susan as the guys express disappointment over not being invited to the wedding since Jerry figured they would try to tag him with his guard down. The guys then decide to make an amendment to agree to not play the game at any wedding-related events. The guys then break into Jerry's house later to try and get him. They find a bunch of crazy stuff like aerial maps of the city and chloroform that Jerry uses just in case. He knew they were coming, so he makes a Skype call to them from what appears to be Hoagie's basement. Jerry threatens to destroy Hoagie's beloved teddy bear, so they rush back to Hoagie's house, only to find that Jerry is not there, despite still being in the call. It turns out he just made a replica of Hoagie's basement and filmed himself to screw with them. The next day, Hoagie attempts to tag Jerry at the mall since he is getting his tuxedo. Hoagie is disguised as an old lady, but Jerry quickly knows what's up and he gets Hoagie on the floor before he can make a move. If you have come this far in the video, please subscribe to this channel to never miss amazing content like this. The gang attends a rehearsal party where they learn that Susan is pregnant. They are then surprised to see that Jerry invited an old classmate Cheryl. Sable explains to Rebecca that Chili and Bob always had a thing for Cheryl, and she would sleep with both guys at some point. He figures that Jerry invited her to cause a rift between them. Chili goes to approach Cheryl and talk to her first, learning that her husband has passed away. Cheryl goes to the bathroom where Bob finds her and invites her to have a drink. As the guys try to get Jerry, Bob is nowhere to be found, leaving an exit wide open. Jerry runs off and gets a golf cart, leading Hoagie, Chili, and Sable to chase him down into the woods where they crash. When they wake up, the guys see what looks like multiple Jerrys running around the woods. As they go after him, they see that Jerry has set traps. Chili gets knocked over by a swinging log while Hoagie gets trapped in a net. He tags Sable so that he can go after Jerry, but he runs into someone that Jerry hired to dress like him. Sable gets trapped against a tree and Jerry chloroforms him. The gang then heads back to the bar to figure out what to do next. Chili stays there, claiming his leg hurts, but he has just made an excuse to see Cheryl. The rest of the group goes to the gym where Jerry trains, and they speak to his employee. Bob tries to bribe him to find out where Jerry is, but he thinks they are trying to pay him for sleeping with them. After bribing him enough, he reveals that Jerry goes to a church for Alcoholics Anonymous meetings. They return to the bar and see Chili with Cheryl, leading him and Bob to fight over it. The guys pose as AA members, with Chili attempting to strike first. Jerry throws hot coffee in Chili's face and runs for a window as the guys chase him. He sees that the whole outside is rigged with mouse traps, so he runs and hides in the room where they keep wine. He stays there for hours as the guys wait for him until Susan comes by, with hours before the wedding. She then starts to act like she is having pregnancy pains, and Jerry comes out to help. Chili thinks they are making it up, but it looks serious, and Jerry tells the guys he's not playing around. The gang receives texts that the wedding is postponed due to the potential miscarriage. However, Anna sees that the bridesmaids all made Instagram posts at the same time acting sad they can't wear their dresses, so she makes a fake profile for Bob since one of them likes him, and that bridesmaid posted a picture of Susan in her dress, meaning the wedding is still on. Everyone is pissed that Jerry and Susan would try to fake a miscarriage just so Jerry won't get tagged, and Hoagie has a major freakout in his basement. They all decide to crash the wedding and put an end to this. The gang arrives at the wedding, where Susan confirms she faked everything, including being pregnant. During the reception, Hoagie tries to catch an opening after the kiss when they release doves in the air. He fails miserably and ends up tackling the pastor to the ground. Hoagie then loses consciousness, which Jerry thinks is a gag, but Anna confirms it's serious and calls for an ambulance. Everyone meets up at the hospital, including Cheryl. Bob drops his feud with Chili and encourages him to go after her. Meanwhile, Hoagie tells everyone, including Jerry, the truth. He lied about Jerry quitting after the season and only got everyone together because he recently found out he has a tumor on his liver, and he might not be around for the following year. Jerry decides to swallow his pride and let Hoagie tag him for good. They then start running around the hospital playing, even changing their rules so Anna and Rebecca can play. They all run through the building like they used to as kids. This movie was inspired a real-life group of friends. I hope you enjoyed the video. Let us know in the comment section below which movie you want us to recap next. As always, until the next time.